Hi guys, just a little disclaimer before we start with the video. I will be using photos from the movie in these presentations so that you can put a face to the characters' names. However, I will follow the book exactly because the movie is different than the book. So you cannot just watch the movie and think that you will pass your test and exam. Please don't do that. Read the book with your teacher and then come back to these summaries just to recap and then to ace your exam or your test. So the pictures of Lien that I'll be using is from the movie, and in the movie, she's got blonde hair like this. However, in the book, they describe her as having dark hair like the rest of the family. I know, confusing. So please, when I show a picture of Lien having blonde hair, please note and please remember that she's got dark hair like the rest of the family.
Hoofstuk 4, die meesterstuk. Die meesterstuk meaning the masterpiece. Lien is in Afrikaans class and we meet Juffrou Breitenbach. So this is a photo from the movie. However, in the movie she's not wearing glasses, but the book describes her as wearing glasses. So initially we might think, when we read an Afrikaans teacher wearing glasses, you might think of this stereotypical old-fashioned or even old teacher with his big framed glasses. But later we read that she's wearing John Lennon glasses. And what does that do? It creates, this is also one of the questions that we like to ask, it creates this image now it takes her from this conservative, old-fashioned, maybe old Afrikaans teacher to someone who is now modern, younger, or even eccentric or hippie in image. So they're doing mondeling, but then she gets excited and she tells them, I'm going to tell you later on about the play that I'm doing this year, the toneelstuk. And it is based on the American movie from years ago called The Breakfast Club. And she calls this play that they're going to do a meesterstuk. So this is where the title of this chapter comes in. What it means. Die meesterstuk refers to the drama text, the play that they'll be doing. The learners beg Juffrou Breitenbach to read the play to them, and she gives in. So she tells them that the movie and the play is about learners who have to sit attention in the library. So the moment they got there, they were full of this bravado. But as the day progressed, they started opening up and taking off these masks that they were all wearing, that we all are wearing every day. So the movie and the play is about hulle vrese, their fears, hulle probleme, their troubles, en hulle drome, their dreams. So while Lien is listening to this, she thinks to herself, sy verpes Amerikaners. She doesn't like Americans. So Amerikaners, people that live in America. And she thinks that they've got this mentality of bigger is better and we know it all. And she also thinks that Amerikaners is loud. She doesn't like them. So while she's thinking all of this, she's looking out the window and she actually gets in trouble. Juffrou Breitenbach tells her, Lien, if you don't want to listen, you can really go out and sit outside. Lien contemplated for a second to do it and go outside, but then she thought, do not make waves, just sit down. So this movie in toneel is also a reflection like a mirror for Lien's life. Just as these characters in the play and in the movie, just as they develop and grow throughout the movie, Lien will also develop and grow in this book. So the learners are really on the edge of their seat, listening to the play. They love it. And when the bell rang, they actually didn't want to leave. They wanted to hear more. So the bell rings. And Juffrou Breitenbach asks Lien to stay behind. So she tells Lien, or rather she asks her, hoekom is jy kwaad vir ons? Why are you angry at us or angry with us? Now hierdie ons, who's this? The people at the school and the people in the school, like the school. She tells her, I don't know your background. I ken nie jou agtergrond nie. But I can see you're angry. You're angry at someone. And now you're taking it out on us. And it's not fair. She said, you've been here over a year and you haven't made any friends, but you don't try to make any friends. You just move under the radar. We know that's true. And you do not participate in anything, in any activities. And if you are forced to do any of these activities, you do it half-hartig. You don't put in any effort. You don't put in any heart into it. And then she said, you're slim, you're clever, although your marks doesn't show it. Like, you're clever, you can do it, but you did not put enough effort into it to really showcase, to have good marks. And she tells her you need to talk to someone. You need to face what's going on in your life, and then you need to talk to someone about it. And she even said, like, you know what, you can talk to me if you want to. My door's always open. And then she also asked her, I want you to come audition for this play. I want you to come audition for this play at 6 o'clock. Now, Lien is shocked. She's shocked. She cannot believe what this teacher is telling her, and she doesn't know what to say. So eventually she said, I cannot do this play. I'm working after school, say werk. And you know what? I do still want to pass matric. And she thought to herself, ooh, that came out more sarcastic than she thought. And then she felt blootgestel. She felt exposed. Because remember, she wants to just move under the radar. And now someone saw her. Someone saw Lien and then saw that what Lien was doing. At first, she was beïndruk. At first, she was very impressed with this teacher because usually she would think that this teacher is very de mekaar and doesn't know what's going on. But now she actually knows what's going on and she sees what's going on. But then, while she was in wiskunde class, in math class, then she realized how angry she was. Now she's furious. How dare this teacher talk to her like that? How dare this teacher climb into her bubble, like trying to figure out, asking her these personal things? How dare she? Now, she cannot wait to tell Wouter this. She meets Wouter after school, because remember, they walk home together, and she tells him, she says, Wouter, she tells him how angry she is, and she tells him the whole story. So Wouter is such a good friend. He listens to her. And then at the end, he asks her, aren't you overreacting? Aren't you overreacting? I'm sure this teacher meant well. You know what? She meant well. And he even said that it's not as if you are Lientjie lieflik. It's not as if you are lovely Lientjie. Remember, her name is Lien. It's not as if you are lovely Lientjie at school. You're not. And Lien, that made her so angry. She ran away. She ran over the street. She could almost hit by a car. The car had to hoot, and she's angry. Wouter was like, come back. I didn't mean it like this. But she's gone. Lien gets home, and Bram is watching TV. She dishes some of yesterday's soup, and she gets ready for work. She calls work the Garden of Evil. That is quite clever, because remember, the coffee shop is this whole floral and garden theme. So it's the Garden of Evil. Quite clever. She asked Bram where the mother is. He says he doesn't know. And so here we realize that the mom was sick this morning. She had a runny tummy and she was not going to work. Lien thinks to herself, oh, it's just a matter of time before her mom's work. Realize that she's not at work often and they might fire her. She's scared of that. We also realize that the mom works by the Departement van Binnenlandse Sake. So she works at Home Affairs. So she asks Bram to please, when he's done with the soup, to clean it and take it back to Tannie Bet's. He tells her, no, do it yourself. She gets angry, obviously, with him, and she tells him, I'm going to work now to get money to buy food for you to eat tonight. And Bram tells her, shame, Afrika is wreed. Hier is leeu's. Afrika is so cruel. Here are lions. Meaning, don't feel so sorry for yourself. Everyone is suffering. Okay, guys, that was chapter 4, Hoofstuk 4. Please look at the videos of the other chapters if you need to know what happens in them. Good luck and goodbye.